Continuing with the next paragraph, your parents were not anxious, they were not tense, they were not ready enough to have you learn. They never send you to school to learn. They prefer you to put to work on the farm or at the mills just to get some extra money, that you should be a financial help for them so as to have a little more money. And I am also to be blamed. I have been to blame also. Have I not often sent you to the water my flowers instead of learning your lessons? So many times I have taken this excuse. I have taken what you can say, I have taken a favor from you to water my garden, and when I wanted to go for fishing, did I not just give you a holiday? If I want to spend a day with my friends, I have just given you a holiday. Go home and enjoy. Then from one thing to another, MML went on to talk of the French language, saying that it was the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest one, the most beautiful language, the clear language, logical one, that we must guard it among us and never forget it. That's the only rule. We are to stick to our language, because when a people are enslaved, as long as they hold on, they hold fast, they keep a hold on their language, it is as if they had the key to their prison. They can get the freedom. Then he opened a grammar and read us our lesson. I was amazed to see how well I understood it. What can be the reason? I told you in the summary, either Mr. MML never discussed anything so clearly, or I never try to concentrate to understand. All he said seems so easy today. That learning is so easy. I think too that I had never listened so carefully. I have never been careful in the class, attentive in the class, and that he had never explained everything. So much patience. These are the two reasons. Either he never did his duties well, or I never concentrated. It seemed almost as if the poor man wanted to give us all he knew before going away. But today I felt as if before leaving the school, he wanted to give whatever he has in his mind to all of us and to put it into our heads at all one stroke. In one go, he wanted to impart all his knowledge to us. After the grammar, we had a lesson in writing. That day, MML had the new copies for the writing work for us, written in a beautiful round hand, France Alsace, France Alsace. The covering page was having this captions. They looked like little flags, as if everybody was holding the notebook in the hand, as if everybody was holding the flag of Alsace and France in the hand, floating everywhere in the classroom, hung from the road or the top of the desk. You ought to have been seen how everyone set to work, how everyone was concentrating, so much lost in the work, how quiet it was. The only sound was of the scratching of pen over the paper. That means there was pin drop silence. The only sound of was writing on the page. Once some beetles flew in. The birds came in, but nobody paid any attention to them. Not even the little swan, those who were working, just tracing the fish hooks or drawing or doing something, as if that was French too. On the roof of the pigeons cooed. The pigeons, they were singing, they were making noises very low. They were also sad. I thought to myself, will they make them sing in German? Even the pigeons? We are the human beings. People can rule us, force us to change our language. Are they able to change the language of the birds also, to take away their freedom? Whenever I looked up from my writing, I was doing my work, friend said, but whenever I saw Mr. Hamel, I saw sitting motionless in his chair. He was sitting calmly, quietly in the chair and gazing first at one thing and another, as if he was just trying to make a picture of each and everything in the room. He has been here for the last 40 years. So what special, what new can be today? But still, as if he wanted to fix in his mind just how everything looked in this little room. Fancy. For 40 years he had been there in the same place, but with his garden outside the window and his class in front of him. Even then he was lost so much in the thoughts, just like that only the desks and benches had been worn smooth, because in the beginning they were rough. By the time with the uses, they have gone smooth, nothing have changed. The walnut tree in the garden were taller. The trees which were planted by MML 40 years back, they have grown up now, they have become taller. The hoopvine that had planted himself twined about the windows, moving from the window to the roof, how it must have broken his heart to leave it all. The things which we grow, we plant, we nurture, we look after, and in one go we are to leave all these things. It breaks anybody's heart. Poor man. To hear his sister moving about in the room above. He was living upstairs, and there is a sister of Mr. M. Hamel who was packing the trunks, packing the luggage, for they must leave the country next day. But he had the courage to hear every lesson to the very last, to learn everything till the last. After the writing, he had a lesson in the history, and then the babies chanted their Babi Booba, the songs, the music, the poem. Down there at the back of the room, old Hauser had put on his spectacles. He's wearing the spectacle, holding his primer in both hands like a small child, spelled the letters with them. As the babies were spelling the letters, even the old Hauser was spelling the letter. You could see him too. He was crying with his voice trembled with emotion. He was crying, and the sound was trembling when he was speaking out the alphabets. It was so funny to hear him that we all wanted to laugh and cry. It was a mixed emotion, time of mixed emotion. All were emotional, crying, but seeing that big man doing this, we wanted to laugh. Oh, how well I remember it, that last lesson. It's all in their mind. All at once the church clock struck 12. It was the time to over the class. Then the Angliers. At the same moment, the trumpets of the Prussians returning from drill. They were coming back from drill. Drills sound under our windows. M. Hamel stood up. It was a gesture. We had to show the respect to the army. Very pale, but he was very nervous. He was very weak in his chair. I never saw him look so tall. It was the first time I realized M. Hamel is so tall, because I never pay concentration to all these things earlier. My friend said I, the sound is broken. He is emotionally broken. He is not able to complete the sentence, but something choked him. He was not able to speak out. He could not go on. He could not complete the sentence. Then he turned to the blackboard, took a piece of chalk, and here, bearing on all his might, whatever strength was there, he was feeling so low. He wrote as large he could. I told you, Viva la France. Long live France. He prayed for France. Then he stopped and leaned his head against the wall. He was standing, leaning with the wall, and without a word, without saying anything, he was not able to speak any word. He made a gesture. He had just given a sign to us, a signal to us with his hand. School is dismissed. You may go. That is all. We are to learn the education. We are to learn the things taught in the school. We are not to put the things on tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. When it comes, it is today. So whatever is to be done, do it today only. That is the only thing. Stick to your language. Try to concentrate on your lessons. That is the only lesson which we can learn from this chapter.